is reminds us of our shared responsibility to live in harmony with nature. On behalf of Wokha Forest Division and Doyan Plantation Division, I warmly extend our gratitude to our esteemed guests, teachers, staff, and everyone present here. I will not be reading out the program uh, since I think everyone has it. So, to begin this special occasion, let us seek divine blessing. So, I call upon Sri Alam
Good
Yang.
morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I'm Habiniti Izung from Mounty College, Wokha, and today I stand here before you to speak for the motion human and animal coexistence is possible. From the very beginning, for millennia, humans and animals have been living together, have shared the planet, the same earth, the same air, the same water, and the same forest. This is a significant element in our planet. Humans and animals are wholly dependent on each other. We depend on each other in terms of pollination, pollination, companionship, and emotional balance. Coexistence is not just possible, but it is essential. When we protect animals, we protect ourselves. Many says that human and animal coexistence is impossible, which is not true because it is possible. With people, communities, government coming together and working, it is possible. There are many inspiring examples of peaceful coexistence between man and animals, some of which are in India's Gir forest. Villagers live happily and harmoniously with Asiatic lions. In some parts of Africa, in some parts of Africa, communities work with conservationists to protect elephants while maintaining their
And
mankind.
members of the audience. To claim that human coexistence is impossible is to ignore the evidence, underestimate our ingenuity, and surrender our responsibility. I stand before you not as a dreamer, but as a realist who sees a path forward. My argument is built on simple three-part foundation: our proven past, our innovative present, and our necessary future. First, look at our proven past. History is not a record of conflict, it is also a record of redemption. The Baltic was sighted by TTT, but human laws and unwavering effort returned its cry to our skies. The humpback whale once hunted. Today, I stand here to strongly support the motion human animal coexistence is possible. From the beginning of civilization, humans and animals have shared this planet. We have linked together, worked together, and depended on each other. The cow gives us milk, dogs, dogs guard our homes, bees help pollinate our crops, and even small earthworm makes our soil fertile. Is this isn't this a proof that our coexistence already exists? The problem is not with animals; it is with human. Great forests are being destroyed, habitats are shrinking, and animals are forced to enter human spaces. But if we change our attitude by protecting forests, banning hunting, and showing compassion, coexistence becomes not only possible but natural. Many real, many real life examples prove this. In India, villages near Gir National Park live peacefully with lions. In Africa, communities protect elephants because they bring tourism income. Even in cities, people feed stray animals, rescue birds, and create animal shelters.
Like the opponents, you have just mentioned that human and animal coexistence is possible, but can you name any one country that have declared that human and animal coexistence is possible? If none, because there is none, because as I've said, human have rationality and animal does not have rationality. That means a human knows when to step the boundaries and an animal doesn't know when what to do and what not to do. So that means human existence is not possible.
My point. I'm saying coexistence is possible. I'm not saying that animals and us should live together in a home. That's what I meant. That's why I'm putting my point forward. That national parks should be made. It should be reserved for the animals, wild animals. Yes, That is smart planning. We are protecting ourselves, but we're also protecting the animals. That is coexistence. That is respect, and that is understanding. And again, yes, the fight for resources. We human beings, our population grow every year. Like every time population grows, the population limit is exceeding already. And yes, without the animals also will just uh, will deforestation will be there. So animals have been living from the beginning. From the beginning, I say from the beginning. So yes, in Earth does not only belong to us, but Earth belongs to the animals too. So yes, we have to share the planet. We have to. Thank you. Teachers, friends, a very pleasant afternoon to each and every one of you present over here today. Firstly, I would like to thank the organizing committee for organizing this wonderful program. And the topic for my extempore speech is Hornbill and Naga tradition. This topic takes us to the heart of Nagaland, a land of vibrant culture, shared traditions, and profound connection with nature. The term Hornbill Festival has been named after a hornbill bird, and it is also sometimes known as Festivals of Festivals. For the Nagas, the hornbill bird symbolizes nobility, bravery, and strength. Um, the bird's vibrant feathers were worn by warriors as a sign of prestige and honor. And in addition to its symbol of bravery and strength, the hornbill is also a symbol of fertility and good fortune. Its presence signals good fortune and prosperity for the community. And the Hornbill Festival is not only a tourist attraction, but the festival itself is a platform to spread awareness about conservation and tourism. Thank you. And my dear listeners, greetings to you all. I'm Mintunglo and Gigon from Isaiah Ability School, and today I'll be talking on the topic livestock degradation. When we say livestock degradation, it refers to killing or harming of domestic animals like cows, goats, sheep, etc., by the wild animals or predators. Why? Let us look at why this is happening. Why livestock degradation is happening. It is because, firstly, deforestation. Deforestation means cutting down of trees. Due to overpopulation, people don't have sufficient land to live in, and therefore they are cutting the forest to construct roads or to build houses, and mainly for agriculture purposes too, which pushes out the wild animal or which um, disturbs their natural habitat, and the wild animals are forced to enter into the villages and or farms for easy food, and unfortunately the domestic animals become their easy food. And how can we prevent this? We can prevent this by uh, spreading awareness and organizing seminars to safeguard, or we can prevent this by um, we can prevent this by uh, there is an imbalancement, that is there is always a saying that human beings, if human being would not have intervened into the animal or into the wildlife world, then there wouldn't be any conflict between the wildlife and the human. But then with results of poaching, that is illegal hunting, and all this deforestation, and with the constant development of urbanization.
With the progress of society, with the progress of getting knowledge of what is good, what is bad, we have realized over a period of time that hunting is not the way to go, because if we do that in a very unsustainable manner, over a period of years, these animals will become extinct. Example of one of the extinction is a bird called dodo. So there was a bird called dodo which was existing on an island. I think it was Madagascar, if I'm right. So this bird was simply wiped out because it was a harmless bird. It could not run away fast enough from the hunting humans. So humans just hunted it out of extinction. So now if we talk about it, it is only that we talk about it in pictures. There is no video, there is no other information regarding this bird. So do we owe it to our future generations that we wipe out all the populations of all the other species which exist with us? This is a question which all of you have to ponder. One of the other things which all of us have to realize is, all of you students, see, the earth and whatever natural resources that are here, that does not belong to us, meaning the previous generations, right? Your parents, your grandparents, it does not belong to us. Whereas the present generation is merely a custodian, meaning we just have temporary ownership of the resources. So the day we die, we will not take any of this with us, right? So everything is left behind. So whom do we leave it behind for? We leave it behind for the next generation. And I do not know how many of you have, I think all of you have experienced the COVID lockdown recently. So you tell me, how much money and how much wealth, what did it matter then? When you are sitting in the confines of your room and in lockdown, so nothing mattered. So you realize that nature was so powerful that it could make us stop in its tracks, in our tracks, right? Just a few months, just a few years, and within few months, in certain places, for example, if you have seen the photos during COVID of some of the bigger cities, you could see that the skies cleared up, the pollution reduced drastically, and in some cases, you could also see wildlife entering the cities because nature had taken over, right? So nature will not waste time if humans are not there. So it is only merely arrogance on humans' part to think that we can overshadow nature. Nature is all powerful. So nature, in fact, it is also said, nature is a visible God. So what we pray to God, we cannot see God, but when we see around us all His creations, so that is visible. So visible God. So that way, even though historically and culturally Nagas have hunting as part of their blood, today on this date and in this century, we have to realize that humans have to become the custodians. And in fact, the same warrior spirit can be continued as a eco warrior. You can become a green warrior, right? So some of the things which we have to realize in Nagaland is 88% of the Nagaland land is owned by the community. It is very different. So I am from Karnataka. In Karnataka, we do not own the land like this. Okay, so people do not own the land at this magnitude at all. So the majority landowner is the government, the revenue department, the defense department, and to some extent the railways and the forest department. So the individual land ownership in other parts of country is usually very minimal compared to like what you call the government and the government organizations. Whereas in Nagaland, it is the absolutely opposite thing that happens, where people, the tribes, the communities, the clans, the individuals, they are the owners of this land. And what happens in this land? In this land, 79% of Nagaland has forests. It is one of the states with the highest forest cover. 79%, it is huge. So whichever side you see, I think most of you when you're traveling also, even from the your homes also, if you see the other side of the hill, the other side of the valley, you will see forested hills. This is a natural resource. No matter what we do, what humans do, we cannot replicate it. If it is lost, it is lost. Because these forests are natural, and natural forests take years and decades to grow. Whereas human created forests, if you cut and replant, that is a secondary, you can say a secondary forest. It is not a primary forest. It's not natural. It is somewhere there is a interference from the humans. So in such cases, So the quality of the forest will not be as equal to a primary forest. So this is what, so in the process what happens is you lose a lot of wildlife, you lose a lot of flora and fauna. One example is there are a lot of sal forests. Sal is a tree, okay, it's a tree species. Sal forests in some parts of North India. So when you, as part of our training, when we are training during our academy days, we used to go to a lot of forests, for part of the training exercises and all. We used to notice when we enter the forest, sal forest, some of the forests, you don't hear a single bird. The reason is there are like acres and acres of only one species. So the birds do not get any food to eat. There it is not an issue of hunting. There it is an issue that there is not enough diversity, there is not enough species and availability of food for those particular birds to survive there. Right? So here also in Nagaland,
Twenty 39.5 Government Higher Secondary School, Wokha, with a total point of 43.5. Won Kumla.